So we back with another video, back to react, and we got the top 10 scary 2021 predictions. Who pre? So we back with another video, back to react, and we got top 10 scary 2021 predictions. We're gonna jump right into it. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. Let's get it.
Was quite the year, and really, could anyone have predicted all of its events? From the apocalypse to the end of antibiotics, I'm going to cover a few of the predictions for 2021 so that if things pop off, we can at least maybe be a little bit more prepared. Starting off this list at our number 10 spot, we have a zombie apocalypse. This one comes from the list of Nostradamus predictions for the year. He wrote that it would start off with a Russian scientist and lead to total extinction. Well, I'm a huge Last of Us fan. I would prefer if we kept the zombies in the game instead of real life. Nostradamus said it would be a few young people who would be half dead to give start. Honestly, the virus we're dealing with right now is certainly bad enough, so let's hope this is one prediction that Nostradamus was way off on. In our number 9 spot today, we have a biblical...
Not to change the subject or nothing, but bruh, have y'all peeped her eyes? Dog, it's either she got a bad allergy or she is gassed up. She went straight from her session to shooting this video. Yes, sir.
Famine. Before the pandemic, the world was already having an interesting time trying to feed our ever-growing population, but the pandemic has had an immense effect on our world and has left millions of people without proper access to food. Whether it's the production of food that has taken a hit in some countries, or the loss of jobs and the crashing of the economy that has left more people turning to food banks for help, food insecurity is definitely increasing. In 2020, we saw the Democratic Republic of the Congo add an additional 7 million people to its crisis of food security, and we also saw 20 million people in Yemen in an absolutely dire situation. This is just a few examples of places where famine is at an absolute extreme, but it is absolutely not an isolated incident. The economic impact of the pandemic coinciding with climate change is certainly not a great combination. In our number 8 spot today, we have the big one in California. Well, we have known for a while that at some point there's going to be a pretty devastating earthquake in California. It could be coming up a lot quicker than we anticipated. Nostradamus has predicted that a huge earthquake will hit the New World or the Western lands, and California is truly the most likely place in the West for this to happen. He said that it would happen when Mercury is in Sagittarius, shout out to Sagittarius, and when Saturn is fading. According to astrologers, those two planets will be in these positions on November 25th of this year. In our number 7 spot today, we have cybersecurity.
For all my people in Cali, man, get low before the end of the year.
Predictions of huge cybersecurity breaches coming this year. People are looking forward to hopefully the end of the lockdowns we've seen due to the pandemic, and hopefully more people will be able to transition back to working in the office rather than having to continue working from home. With this change, it's possible that hackers could use this time as a time to strike. As people transfer from working on different computers and networks, there might be some slip-ups in encryption or people uploading things to the cloud that normally wouldn't be uploaded. I'm obviously no computer expert, so I'm not exactly sure how this all works, but all I know is that people are saying this could be the year we see just how unsecure all of our computers really are. In our number 6 spot today, we have cyborg soldiers. I think this one is the most far-fetched for me personally on this list, but that doesn't mean it won't happen. Maybe it already has, and I don't even know. There are predictions that American soldiers will have chips implanted in their brains that will give them an artificial intelligence level of thinking. While this could be cool in theory, I have absolutely no idea how this would work, let alone all of the negative implications this could have. It would definitely be cool to have the ability to process things on an entirely different level, but mixing that kind of power with human nature really could be a deadly combination.
Yeah, because it ain't about the chips. I want to know who controls the chips. The person that controls the chips that's putting them into army people, just think about that. One false move and he turning them on.
But before I dive into this one, guys, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It really helps us.
I hear what they said.
In our number 5 spot, in our halfway mark, we have the fact that coronavirus might just continue. One of the scariest predictions for the year is basically just going through the same thing that we went through last year. In January of 2020, we honestly had no idea that it would be one of the most difficult years globally. If you're in one of the countries that has managed to get a handle on the virus and is no longer in lockdown, people are afraid of the virus finding its way back in. The vaccine is definitely a saving grace, trying to help our world return to how it functioned pre-pandemic, but we certainly aren't out of the woods yet. People are afraid that COVID-19 will continue to greatly affect a ton of countries and that this new second strain might bring another extremely tough year. In our number 4 spot today, we have the end of antibiotics. Doctors have been warning us for years that eventually antibiotics will become obsolete due to an increase in antibiotic use. This comes from overuse as well as improper use of the medicine, and we honestly might be seeing those repercussions pretty soon. We're seeing more bacteria and illnesses evolve into superbugs that are immune to the powers of penicillin. This could lead to people getting more sick, more serious complications from illnesses, and even potentially more deaths due to things that would have been treated.
Move to a natural
In our
way.
number 3 spot today, we have aliens. From the UFO footage that was released by the Pentagon to all these random mysterious monoliths popping up all over the world, it is starting to seem more and more likely that maybe there really is life on other planets, and it might just be the year that they make real contact with humans. There are tons of people who believe that 2021 is the year of the alien, and honestly, that number grows every day. Space is incomprehensibly huge, and so the potential for there to actually be aliens feels likely. I want you guys to let me know in the comments if you could meet an alien, would you? And what do you think aliens look like? I just want to know. I'm just curious.
It's not that it might be aliens out there. They might be right here on our planet. Y'all never thought about that? The fact that we have life, you just gotta just think for a second. The fact that we have life here on this planet, and this is not the only planet, it's millions and we don't even know. We don't even know how big this universe is. The fact that you think it's only life on this planet blows me.
2 spot today, we have solar storms. We apparently might see some pretty intense and devastating solar storms this year. These storms were predicted by Nostradamus, but also have been in the news recently as the sun has been showing more and more activity. These solar storms could have a terrible effect on our Earth and mess with available resources, and could potentially even render some areas unlivable. Nostradamus said we will see rising water and the Earth falling under it. If this were to happen, we could potentially see mass migration and fighting over resources, which we already do, so that would not be good. Hopefully the sun just feels like acting like the cool guy with sunglasses that I always drew him to be in the corner of my elementary school drawings. If you know, you know. In our number 1 spot today, we have an asteroid. Another Nostradamus prediction is that of an asteroid hitting Earth. While he didn't say the word asteroid, he did speak of a long trail of sparks within the sky, which is made of fireplace. And so honestly, I'm not really sure how else this could be interpreted. There's a chance that you might be wondering if there are any potential asteroids lurking around that might be worth keeping an eye on. Like the asteroids just lurk around? Like what? And the answer to that is unfortunately yes. NASA is keeping tabs on a large meteor called 2009 KF1 because it could be on track to collide with Earth on the 6th of May this year. Alright guys, well...
Why is it named 2009 though?
Alright guys, that has been our list for today. Thank you so much.
Man, let me know how you feel about those scary 2021 predictions. A lot of those sound real far-fetched, you know, I ain't gonna lie. But a lot of them could be real. Man, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and comment on how you feel. We out.